about the happiness of the employees and well-being
Yes.
inside of the companies. Do you believe there's a place for happiness in the economic development?
I think, well, to quote the Dalai Lama, the purpose of life is happiness, and so much today than in previous generations, and you really meet this now in almost every workplace, where the young people, they don't just work for money, they don't just work for career, they want to be part of something meaningful. They want to do something which has a purpose and seems worthy for them to engage and spend their time and resources to do. And happiness is, so that's meaning and happiness. I mean, happiness is also magic, you know. If you have employees or members, whatever, and they wake up in the morning and they can't wait to get to the office because they love their job, then those will be effective and innovative and good workers. If you offer them just a job and not the, let's say, social infrastructure where they can lead a fulfilling life, they will go and work somewhere else. So we've got to take, a bigger view on how do we increase productivity and innovation. And I think one of the keys are to say what creates happiness and meaning and self-fulfillment for our employees.
In your case, what creates this happiness and self-fulfillment for you?
For me?
Yes.
I think there's, for me, something that we certainly focus on it when we raise our children. It's this feeling of mastering something, succeeding in doing something. I like to try new things. I like to challenge myself, because the price is the fulfillment of managing, achieving. And then you have to learn and accept that if you never fail, you're probably not trying hard enough. So it's okay to fail.
It's a learning curve?
It definitely is. And I think it's important that you can feel confidence even in failing, because you've learned. You've experimented, and then that didn't work. Now I'll try something else. That's how, society develops.
But usually when you fail or someone fails, it's quite difficult and hard to get back and say, okay, let's try again. So which kind of tools, in your opinion, you need to have, or you need to find, to get back on your feet and say, okay, I'm going to try again once more. Didn't work the first time, but I'm ready for the second term.
It's part of good management, isn't it? If you're in the setting of a corporation, to have a culture in your company, to have a management style which encourages experimentation and rewards failure instead of punishing failure, I think that's the key. And I think, sometimes I say that bad management is the biggest public disease of our time, and the opposite side of that coin, the power of good people management to grow and support and feed your employees is maybe the biggest potential.
I'm quite curious about your past career. It was related to a new challenge, it was related to failure. What happened in your life, talking about your career, of course, that made you change the direction?
Well, I think so much in life is determined by coincidence. We make a plan and then something happens and we'll go somewhere else. And I was in the oil and gas industry for 15 years. And one day somebody asked me if I could help organize a conference for the industry. And I said, yeah, I'll do that. And I became absolutely fascinated with this task of designing the strategy conference for the Norwegian oil and gas industry as it was at the time. So much so that I gradually left my old career to eventually become a meeting designer. It was coincidence. It was a phone call one day, somebody asked me, could I help and do this? And I said yes, and my life and my career changed.
So basically you didn't think too much, should I do it or not? It was like, okay, I should do it. You had this feeling? That's what you're trying to say?
Yes, I was just sucked in by all the challenges and opportunities of meeting design, I guess.
Do you also feel fear when you take when you have such a big decision to take in your life? Is the fear part of the ingredients, or you just put fear on the side and say, okay, well, I want to do this and it doesn't matter?
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess I'm a little bit, by nature, a little bit of a reckless person. So I'm not usually constrained by something which might be too big a challenge, and sometimes I realize that later. So fear is a good thing because we need to protect ourselves, but I think a little bit of recklessness and daring to move outside your comfort zone is a good thing, and I tend to enjoy that. I guess that's just the way I am.
Which kind of devices would you give for those who are in a period where they're not sure if they should move on, they should not move on, because it means leaving their comfort zone? So what could you say to them? What kind of advice could you give to them?
I think maybe, and this is what I said to my children when they grew up and they wanted to go to university and choose a profession. And I said, first of all, do what you enjoy. And just when you get that feeling of satisfaction and enjoyment, and I like this. Because if you enjoy it, you become good at it. And if you become good at it, there's always a nice job at the end of the road. So it doesn't matter. Don't try to be too calculated. Don't say, where are the jobs going to be in 20 years from now? And where should I? Just say, follow your instincts in a way. Fill your life with joy and satisfaction, and the other things will generally follow as a result of that.